Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yo, all right, it's about to be on one. I can already tell. Welcome back, guys. New episode 97 of the We'll Just Agree to Disagree podcast. Hi, Beyonce.
Wasn't I supposed to say something? See, I'm
Oh,
always messing it up.
wait,
You just messing it up.
you
Yes.
literally. Wait,
Uh,
before we started recording, you literally said, "Can there ever be a time that we don't do that? That we just go right into it?" Did you not say that?
oh, I meant without having like a pre-conversation about it. Okay, go. Okay, fine. You just did it. Episode 97. What are we going to talk about today, Ryan? Ryan? Oh, Ryan.
I was praying. All right, guys. Now, before we get started, and Beyonce doesn't know I'm doing this. Before we get started, breaking the fourth wall, we record this podcast a few days before you're watching this podcast right now. And today is March 8th. It's a Wednesday. And before we move forward, I just wanted to say happy International Women's Day to our very own Beyonce Fox. I give her hell and back here on this podcast and in real life too. But Beyonce, know it is all love. Beyonce, know I will hit her up at any time of the day. I will call, text, email. However, I got to get to her. But Beyonce, we love you. We want to give you your flowers. 20 years in the game. Ain't nobody touching the work ethic this lady has in front of me. So Beyonce, happy International Women's Day.
You, Ryan, like seriously, I was not expecting that. Thank you. That is so sweet. Thank
All right,
you so much.
Scene. Now let's get back to the nonsense. Here we go. Now
so that was an act? That was an act?
I'm kidding.
Because you said and scene like we
I'm
on
kidding.
set. Go ahead. What are we talking about today? But thank you for real.
No, yeah, in all seriousness though. Happy International Women's Day. And to all the ladies that watch this podcast, we love you guys. I gotta tell you this story, B. I told you this story and I said I gotta bring it to the podcast. We have talked about customer service way back when this podcast first started.
Yeah.
We discussed customer service and how it has even gotten worse since we did that one episode. And that was way back, right?
Yeah. A couple years at least, right?
A couple years. Well, have we been, was it a couple years?
Like a year and some change at least.
B, I almost lost my complete mind at a restaurant, I guess you could say fast food. I'm not going to say the name. You know the name. You know we go to it together. I almost lost my complete mind. Now, here's the story. Early in the morning, everybody knows I'm at work about 5 o'clock. Not naming names because there's multiple restaurants here. I went to grab coffee. But I didn't want coffee. I wanted hot chocolate, right? I asked, first of all, what happened to no customer service that when you don't walk into the establishment, you are not greeted with a good morning, how are you? Thank you for coming in, anything. Now, let's make it clear. We all can be tired and have attitudes and be up at 5 o'clock in the morning, but that does not mean that you give bad customer service. If that's the case, maybe you don't need to work the morning shift or work in customer service at all.
Yes.
So walk in, that's red flag. I'm not greeted, get a little attitude. And then I see you back there making noise, but you're not trying to attend to me. So I'm purposely over here dropping my phone on the counter, dropping my keys, heavy breathing, trying to get your attention. Comes to the register. No, hey, good morning. I'm sorry. How are you? How can I help you? Blah, blah, blah. I said, can I just get a hot chocolate? Can I get like a shot of espresso with it? Blah, blah. Now she starts pointing to where the hot chocolate is. Not saying a word, pointing to where it's at. Now I'm looking like, what's up? Read the sign.
She did not tell you to read the sign. Okay.
She looks
problem.
Like, the hot chocolate is out of order. What else do you want?
Like you're supposed to know that that's the hot chocolate machine?
I'm gonna be honest. It took everything in me there not to leave. But because I was getting orders for multiple people, I'm like, okay, let me get everybody else's.
Oh my.
Everything that I was saying was attitude back. No, thank you. No, this. I didn't even know when to give her my card because she didn't say like, all right, your total is. I bring this up to say it took, number one, everything in me.
I would have been over the counter.
Because it's 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm
First of all,
irritated.
Yeah.
Now you giving me this, and you acting like I'm doing you a disservice to come in your establishment to put money in your bank and your cash register so that you can stay open, so that you can keep a job.
Mm.
I say all this to say, I was
Did you
highly
say anything to her?
no, because in that moment I have two sides that Ryan can go. I can get quiet and leave, or I can say something. And now we're doing a story on Fox 32 because your co-host of the podcast lost his doggone mind. So no, I got what I needed. And
Oh my.
I'm gonna be honest. Why I don't, a lot of times I'm careful of when I say things in
Mm-hmm.
food establishments.
Yeah.
You never know what they could do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Still got to go
Yeah.
get this and the other orders that I asked for. So I got my stuff and I left. That day, guys, I talked to Beyonce highly upset. And I said, Beyonce, we have talked about customer service, but we're bringing it back.
Because we can. Because it doesn't get better. It seems like it's getting worse.
What has happened to customer service? What has happened to, and I worked customer service at two different establishments. Both of them, we are taught to say, greet a customer when they come in. How can I help you? Maybe not say it more than once. After you say it, get out the way, let them do what they need to do. I don't get it.
I don't either. How about when you're in a store and the store, you kind of like feel rushed because it's going to be closing at some point soon, and you ask one of the associates who's like hanging up clothes and whatever, what time does your store close? And they look at you and they say, I don't know. I'm sorry. You work here and you can't tell me what time the store closes? I don't know. You can go ask at the register. You're sending me to go to the register to find out what time the store closes, and you work here?
It's I don't know if it's because they're hiring anyone, because it's hard to get employers because of pandemic and what we talked about on the previous episode recently, that it's hard to find good quality workers right now because the way minimum wage has gone up, but it's still not what they were making at home, and unemployment and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's kind of like taking anybody who comes or what, but that, I will say this, I have not been back to that establishment since that time.
I haven't either, low-key.
Well.
And there are just so many different instances that I can think of where I'm just like, really? Really? Another one, I have a phone number that ends in like 100 number, like 9100 or 5200 or like, no diss to the millennials, but a lot of millennials don't even know what that means. It's sad. So for instance, I gave my phone number so I can get my reward points. So I'm like, my number is 9100.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. And she's like, I'm sorry, ma'am, your number's not working, ma'am. That can't be right. That's too many digits. I said, the number is 312 such and such and such 9100. She got mad at me and said, that can't be your number because it's not working. I said, tell me what you're putting in. She said, 312 such and such and such 90100. Lord. She literally put in 90 and then 100 and had an attitude with me. What?
I'm gonna be honest though. I'm gonna be very honest. I hate when people do that. Say the numbers. I hate when people be like 8635. What is the number? Say 8635.
But you know what 86 is and you know what 35 is. So why do we have to spell out every number? But you know what? Lesson learned. Because I don't want to be in that situation again. Now I do say 9100. I do to make it simple, but don't get an attitude at me, sweetheart, because you don't know what 9100 is. And she, low key, she really wasn't that young, to be honest. She maybe was about 30. And I'm like, Wow. But I bet you if your boss said, I'm going to give you a raise of $9,100, you know that's a 9, a 1, a 0, and a 0.
Well, well, I think my main thing is the attitude that makes nowadays, and this is not everywhere. Disclaimer: we are not talking about all establishments, but we
Facts,
are
yeah.
talking about a lot that we go to now that we've
Yeah.
seen the gradual decrease. And
Yeah.
I think the main thing that I notice is two things. One, you have attitude, and two, you give off the impression that you don't want to be there, and because you don't want to be there, you're making us feel bad for being there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because
And that's
I've
not how it
never
should be.
been back in the day, if it was my bad, man, we are our out of chocolate hot chocolate machine is out of order. But is there anything else you want that I can get you? I can coffee. Cool. I would be like, oh, it's all good, bro. Let me get a. I've never have been pointed.
She just clearly did not want any communication with you. She was like, who does that? Who does that?
I
But you know what I've done sometimes?
Mm.
And like, I hope it doesn't come off as being like pretentious. But when someone gives me a little attitude, I'll just be kind to them. Like, that's such a good day today for you, huh? Or what can I do to make your day better? Sometimes you have to kill people with kindness. And I'm telling you, it's like a full 180. That attitude changes. It's like small talk. And then sometimes they'll be honest, like, yeah, I couldn't get a babysitter today and such and such. And then it becomes, a small conversation. And
and
then
let
by
me
the time you're rolling out of the drive through, everybody's smiling. So try that sometimes.
and I will say that we are all human. Maybe that was a
Yeah.
bad day. But the
Yeah.
unfortunate thing is I've been down to this establishment multiple times
Lots.
and I ain't never seen a good day.
So what
So
do you do that? Right, exactly. So my thing is maybe customer service probably isn't the field that these people should be in. Maybe. Now I'm not saying you got to roll out the red carpet for me and all of that. But baby, when I go down here on North Michigan Avenue or wherever I'm going and I get good customer service, sometimes I just want to hug the person who's helping me. But I do give them props. Sometimes I've tipped
mhm.
because it's so rare.
And honestly,
It's so rare.
when I did customer service when I was in retail, I I would try to treat you like it's me and you. What you need. If you come to me like
Yeah.
you need help, all right, B.
Mhm.
What are you wearing? You need shoes for this dress. Let me see the dress. Let's figure this out. So you can
Yeah.
leave. And my goal is to when you left, you knew my name, and you knew when you came back, you
Yep.
went to is Ryan here? He helped me with these shoes. That's when I knew like I left that type of impression
Mhm.
because it may not be the end goal of what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like when I worked in
Right.
retail, that's not where I wanted to be in life. This is where I want to be in life. But
Mhm.
I'm gonna treat this job like it's the biggest thing I could ever. I never forget Monique on her talk show told the story about how if you're gonna work at Popeyes, you need to be the best Popeyes drive-through person ever. And it's so true because it's clear it may not be what you want to be. To someone else,
Right.
it could be. But you need to
Yeah.
own that as if take care of your now until you get your next. I'm preaching to myself right now.
Mm.
Somebody else may catch it. Let's go to the next topic. Oh, I didn't drop my water bottle. I feel you, Holy Spirit. Nope, I'm talking too much. Next topic.
No, you're good. You're
Uh,
good. But look, let me just blanket this with there is nothing like good customer service. Put a smile on your face, service that person, and keep it moving because you never know who you're helping. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I
yeah.
love great customer service. It is unmatched, nothing like it. And real quick, you were on the phone. You and I were just having a random conversation when I went to one of the retailers on State Street recently and gave this young lady her props because her customer
Yeah,
service
you did.
was beyond great.
And what
So
I
I
was like, that
went
was
in,
super dope that you did that.
I talked to the store manager. I went way to the top. I don't want a supervisor or manager. Store manager gave this young lady her props, and hopefully they rewarded her because she is amazing.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
next
that was
topic.
dope. All right, I feel better. You feel better?
Yeah, I do. I
All
got
right,
it
good.
out of my system.
Really
I
quick,
love
B,
it.
before we get out of here, Chris Rock.
Ooh,
The
yeah,
Netflix special, the Netflix live tape and everything came out. Everybody's
yeah.
been waiting to see, it's been a little over a year since the infamous Will Smith Oscar slap. For the first time, Chris Rock spoke on it. The whole world was watching and talking about it. really quick, what are your thoughts on it? A lot of people are kind of giving him backlash that he went too far. What do you think?
I mean, to be quite honest, I didn't see the actual special, but I did see the viral clips and I saw quite a few of them. I will say this man took a whole year to like absorb everything that happened.
Mhm.
And this was his way of venting. I mean, he made some valid points. I also agree that that slap was probably built up frustrations of Will's
Mhm.
personal life with
Yep.
his wife. And it's a whole lot that we don't know, but we are all privy to that affair, that entanglement. So I
Because of
do
them.
speak. Yeah. So I get it. I do get it. He did go real deep, and you could tell that man was passionate. Like he almost wanted to cry, it looked
Yeah.
like. And he
Yeah.
even fumbled a couple times. So that
Yep.
let me know that he was in a zone.
Yeah.
Okay. Man. So, I'm happy that he finally got it out. I am happy in that regard.
I completely agree. I know some people were like, he went too far. He did this, and that. You can't, in my opinion, it's hard to tell somebody they went too far when they were a victim of being slapped on the Oscar. How do I tell somebody you're going too far for now just doing what you do as as a comic? You're
Yeah.
telling a joke, and you have figured out a way to make this real life situation therapeutic for you on the
Mhm.
stage and grab a bag while doing it. How can you
Okay.
be mad at that? And like you said, he made valid points. We wouldn't have even known about all this going on. Entanglement wouldn't have even been the biggest word of 2021 if it was not for you guys telling us. Like when Chris
Exactly.
Rock said, "Who sits down when you've been cheated on and talk?"
Right. Who gets interviewed by the person who cheated on them? Yeah,
Like
yeah, he nailed that
he
right
nailed
there.
it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he was very, some of his word choice they said was a little harsh. But
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
said, I think we
Agreed.
saw in that moment he is still, even a year later, healing, which is okay. And I like that he fumbled, and I like that he played off, and he even said he's messing up the joke because it looked very human. And I think the
Yes.
people we were able to see as fans, like you sometimes an incident like that can't happen. He can move on, everything's okay. That
Yeah.
show, like, no, that brother came up on that stage, slapped me. I'm still going through, but I'm about to treat y'all to get my therapy in it. I was not
Yep.
mad at all.
Yeah, I wasn't either. It was very organic. Very organic. So
I will say this, and I don't know if it will ever happen, but sometime down the road, I would love to see them two come together on something.
I would too. I would
I
too, but I
don't
think
think
Chris needs a little bit more time.
oh, he needs a little bit more time, but also
Yeah.
Chris went so hard, I don't know if that door will open on Will's end anymore.
I really anything is possible in life, and I absolutely can see that. We live in a very forgiving society. A
That
lot of people do wrong. People still listen to their music. People still watch their
that
movies. People, we're in a very, very forgiving society, and a lot of it has to do with the situation at hand to begin with.
mm,
The original situation. Now, if
mhm.
it's just where you out here really, 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 then nope, can't do it. But I know I have a forgiving heart, and we've had conversations about people I've forgiven over the years and
Mhm.
celebrities and artists, and I really wish, but I can see it. It may be years down the line, months down the
But
line, but I
sometime
definitely
I
can
would love to
see it.
see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see it happen. Yep, I hope
All
so.
right, guys. Let us know what you thought about the special. You can hit us up on Instagram or YouTube at Will Just Agree to Disagree. You can follow me at Ryan Media Lee. Beyonce, before you give your social, I'm gonna go buy you coffee in honor of International Women's Day.
Not from that place where no, I don't want nobody doing this to me. No, no. I'll walk downstairs with you and we'll find somewhere to go, but
Where can
not there.
where where can they follow you at B?
At Beyonce Fox, BIONCEFOXX.
All right, so just to be sure, we are 3 episodes away from 100.
97. Well, no, actually two, because we got 98 and then 99 and then 100. Okay, so I guess three. I'll relook at it.
God. All right, guys. We're
And we
out of
still have no idea what we're going to do for the
None.
100th episode, but it might involve our audience. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see, guys. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye, B.
Bye.